All right, Libra, welcome to your weekly Sidereal forecast for July 20th through the 26th. My name is Athen. So we've got a pretty straightforward week, like I've been saying to the other signs, involving the Sun and Mercury here in your ninth house. So there's been a lot of energy here in regards to travel, perhaps thinking about those things, expanding your horizons, putting energy into those matters, maybe with philosophy and wisdom and teaching, perhaps. So all of that, that spiritual or philosophical stuff is going to start to shift, but before it does, Saturn is going to be trining up to Mercury and the Sun. So the key with that is there is this good discipline energy to be utilized with anything relating to that stuff, whether it's philosophical wisdom, stuff like that, or expressive creative. Mercury does naturally rule that house, and it also does rule your 12th house, so discipline with spiritual matters, rest and relaxation can flow quite nice, and then also involving groups and friends and networking, you can certainly put in that Saturn energy into that. So that being said, Saturn is going to be aspecting the Sun Monday and Tuesday in particular, so good expression with those ninth house matters then. Then on Wednesday, pretty good practical mind with that stuff. Then they go conjunct here Thursday, and when they do, they actually transition into your 10th house. So the key here with this is that, first of all, you've had Jupiter transiting your 10th house of work and career. So for almost the past year, hopefully you guys have been putting in that that structure that is, a good idea into the area that Jupiter's transiting, because there's been a lot of expansion, a lot of possibilities there with that. And now the Sun and Mercury going in here with 10th house, career, legacy, etc. can certainly make that very practical, and that's where the phase is going to be for you next lunar cycle and for the next 30 days. But still very much, this whole lunar cycle is about reflecting on life path, where you're headed, travel still, things like that. But now putting energy into career and stuff, I think will be a good idea. That being said, I think you'll just naturally be quite passionate about that, quite expressive about it, quite excited about it, maybe perhaps. And so channel that energy into it will be a good way to work with it. Now, that's basically the work week. And then on the weekend, we've got quite a different energy. Mars is going to be squaring up to Uranus. And we'll feel this as the week unfolds. But this is about change. And the more open we are to change, just like with Pluto, but it's about freedom. How can you have more freedom in your life, along your life path? These are the kinds of questions you'll likely be asking. And so the key to that is to constructively work towards this. Take it one step at a time. You can find that quite healing as well with that trine up to Chiron. But, there's been a lot of changes happening, so you can have more freedom in your routine, in your work life, in your day-to-day stuff. So whatever that is, it can certainly support these ninth house ambitions that you might have. But take it slow, work at it, because that's the energy of the square. Also, over the weekend, the Sun and Mercury will be sextiling up to the North Node, so a good weekend for resting, relaxing, things of that nature, which is the emphasis and importance of this whole year for you to connect to that spiritual realm, which is the North Node transiting your 12th house. And then Venus, who is your ruler, and then also Uranus going retrograde. So the key here with this is mostly going into next week, though, is that you guys are going into a reflective time, as it is when your ruler goes retrograde. So reflecting on these things, and this week, though, reflecting perhaps on how you can have, more enjoyment with groups, with friends, with networking, with community-related things, etc., which has been Venus in your 11th. And then also Uranus in your 6th, how you can have more of that freedom in your routine and work environment and with your crafts and stuff like that. So that's going to be into next week, but this week is certainly that shift from the 9th into the 10th with those two very important planets going conjunct. Lots of expressive energy there. Stay balanced with it, of course, because this can be, a lot of energy to harness with our thoughts. We can be very excited at this time, so it's important to stay balanced. But as you can see, they're very well aspected, especially from Saturn, so channeling that discipline into those ninth house matters in the early part of the week, which is that wisdom, travel, expansion stuff, and then in the into the career side of things about midweek onward, which is about legacy, big picture stuff, etc. So have a nice week. If you guys have any questions, please let me know, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Take care.